Right. Okay. So in today's video, we're talking about something quite funny, in my opinion. So been away for a few days and came back, spoke to the marketing team, just seeing what's happening with the numbers and other projects that we're working on. And just through random discovery, it seems that the online scene of social media and content creators, the type of knowledge and value you can get from online, it's shocking. And I say that to say this: YouTube's a great place, as is TikTok and Instagram, to learn about business, mindset, finance, gym, nutrition, cars, watches, alcohol, anything really in terms of what you might have an interest in. It's a very broad space. So whatever your niche could be, YouTube in particular can be a very good source of information. But what I want to talk about today is, because information is available in abundance, we need to then have like the mental clarity to filter out what we call good information and what is bad information. And it's really important because you can get the wrong influence and you can have the wrong effect on your mindset and your perception and your views on life. With that being said, it was brought to my attention that you have a lot of dating gurus online, and one of the interns sent me a video of someone called John Anthony Lifestyle. So this is what you call, by his own admission, a self-proclaimed geek turned relationship dating guru, offering top tier dating advice, practical, straightforward tips to get girls. And, you know, I'm seeing quite a lot of this stuff recently and I find it very funny. And you don't have to look past the person's profile picture. And look, we're not going to go out and bash anyone. But again, you know, people are taking advantage of people. And what I mean by that is a lot of people have insecurities. So let's just talk on behalf of men. They might be insecure about, like in this example, women, where they stand, how they look, how they present, who they can attract, what seems to be the secret code, the formula. And, you know, people take advantage of that. So when you're searching for information, number one, always go to a valid source. And sometimes like a Reddit forum isn't going to be the best place to get advice on medical, as an example. So with this guy here, Mr. John Anthony Lifestyle, this guy's not done too bad. He's, you know, on sort of close to 300,000 subscribers. He's put out about 3,000 videos. And I'm telling you for a fact, this guy has not done what he said he's done in terms of his claim to fame, in the sense he's moved across from a engineer for the US government, 4 degrees, self-proclaimed nerd, and now he's managed to crack the code to create a system that's simple, efficient and effective to attract girls using various scientific methods and charts and diagrams and things like that. I'm looking over there because that's where the screen is, and I had to read through this. And look, I think I will tell people very directly the truth behind these situations. You know, if you're looking for this type of information online, you're going to get caught, you're going to get got. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to like relationship advice, look at the person who's giving the advice. Are they a stud? In this case, no. You know, they're wearing like a string top in the video, which I find quite funny. And the profile picture is obviously like a paid OF model to, you know, give off that image. And look, I think deep down, we are all able to identify what's real and what's not. And sometimes it's the desperation in us that wants to believe that something's, you know, can be real. And that's not the case. So, you know, all this BS of, you know, get Tinder, do your swipes, this is a text game, this is a rotation. It's all a load of bollocks. And if you're that type of guy who goes into that much level of detail trying to structure a formula and a strategy to, you know, work your way into girls' minds, then that's not going to work. And also, you're being quite petty and reliant on, you know, a lot of BS if you think about it. And I think just to give you the solution, so we talked about the problem, dating gurus and systems, and obviously they'll charge what they charge, and they can send a screenshot and say, oh, look who's on my Telegram or Instagram or messages. But fundamentally, I will tell you the truth, and I'm nice enough to give it to you for free. So number one, you need to stop chasing women, and that's easier said than done, but that is the truth. Chase your goals, chase your money. The women will follow. I'm telling you that as a fact. The minute you take your eye off the prize and you start, you know, chasing women and investing time, which you shouldn't really have if you're in that self-development, personal development, you're growing a business, you're building a body, you shouldn't really have that. And just to circle it back even more, before you're, you know, looking out of shape, fat, you know, no dress sense, no abilities to communicate well with people, circle it back and start with yourself. And before, you know, going for desperation mode and, you know, looking at people like this for the answers. And I watched about 5 minutes of the video, and believe me, it's not the one. And yeah, it doesn't work like that. But the point is, you need to focus on yourself. So think about what you can control. You can't control your height, you can't control your skin color, etc. So what can you control? Build a half decent body. And you don't need to be a gym rat to do this. It's very simple. Go to the gym 5 days a week, 4 days a week, and just do a very simple workout and just get something moving. You don't even need to go to the gym, you know, press ups, push ups, pull ups, sit ups, squats. You can do that all at home if you wanted to. But again, build your body first. You need to look good. You need to look strong, and that will be naturally attractive. You don't need an app or an iPhone to convey that. People can see that in real life. And like I said in previous videos, the best interactions you'll have with people, in this case women, it's in real life. So if someone can see you, they see that you're well put together, you're strong, you know, you've got a good structure, that's an attraction in itself. So we're taking away from all this text game nonsense. So push that out the side, focus on your body. Again, if you don't know where to start, and if you are serious about your self-improvement, self-development, we've got the total package training program. That's what I do 5 days a week. And obviously as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of traveling, a lot of business, there's always things to do. I don't have the luxury of time. So what I've done is built, you know, 10 years of knowledge, a plan that's going to be very versatile. Got it on my door to my right. So I know that I can get in, get out, get the results, look athletic, look beach ready, stay ready, lean year round, and it's not a chore. Anyway, so you need to get your physique and you need to look good. Again, presentation, you know, whatever your hairstyle is, you could have jerry curls, you could have a perm, you could have no hair, you could have some hair, you could throw some, you know, to the side like myself. Whatever you have, just go to your barber or your hairdresser and just say, look, what haircut will complement my face? So take the guessing work out of that, and then obviously you can do that. That'll make a start. And also, you're just going to enhance what you have. There's no point looking at someone on Instagram, a guy or a model, say, yeah, he's Brad Pitt or whatever. I don't even know who's current models these days, like a Hugo Boss model, or I don't know. I can't really tell you. Nevertheless, you know, like, rather than trying to emulate other people's style and how other people are talking and what they're wearing and how they look, think about your facial structure, think about your height, what's unique and independent to yourself, and go for that. And again, you can get some support from any good hairdresser. Barbers, it can be a coin toss. But yeah, start on your appearance, and obviously think about presentation. So for me, you know, I'm a professional essentially, and I worked in financial services, and now obviously moved into let's call it freelance and working in my own space. But think about your presentation. You know, are you dressed well? Does your dress code speak what your image actually is? And, you know, is it the right size? Is it the right color? And all these basic things, you know, you're piecing something together and you're putting forward effort. And again, now we're starting to build things that are actually realistic, you know, in terms of attracting the opposite sex. So you build a very good physique. And again, we're not talking veins bulging out your biceps and stuff like that. We're talking well structured, strong, well put together. Number one. Number two, presentation. So you fixed your hair and you're dressing well. So we're not talking about walking around in, you know, three pieces, but at the same time, we're not necessarily talking about running around in joggers and tracksuits. But again, it depends on the condition, the circumstance, what's going on, and all that sort of stuff. So think about that and then learn how to talk properly. So if you're talking to a ghetto girl, then obviously you can switch things up and talk more her language. But the more quality women that you want to interact with, you're going to have to talk to them and articulate your vocabulary a lot more better. And also, you know, understand who it is you're talking to. And in real life, you'll always have a better experience. What I'm trying to get you guys to avoid doing is leaning on not making any changes, sticking to where you are. And obviously where you are is where you'll stay. If you're obviously not happy with that, that's why you're watching this video. And I'm encouraging you to make, you know, changes that actually work and it doesn't break the bank, and you don't have to pay me for a course yet, maybe in the future. But you don't need to listen to people like Mr. John Anthony Lifestyle and don't talk about making any self-improvements. But don't worry, buy my course, get on Tinder, get a spreadsheet, you know, message 80 girls here, said this, the response rate was higher here than there. That is so sad. Talk to people on a level, be yourself, and if someone likes you, then you'll snap them up like that. If you're trying to put on an act or a facade, or you're trying to imitate someone, it's just unauthentic and people can see that. People like you, not for buying a dating course, not for having like the Tinder auto swiper or whatever the other recommendations were, not for, you know, doing a case study of let's do this response, let's push, let's pull. That's childish. And if you're 12 or 13, then fair enough, you can get away with that because you're not to know any better. But if you are a grown man and you're looking at another grown man in his 40s claiming to do the things that he's done, which I can guarantee you by looking at him and hearing him talk and knowing how the game works, that is not true. That is not the case. You don't need any of that crap. Think about, you know, yourself and getting yourself right, your development, and make yourself, level yourself up. So if you're not happy with where you are, make changes, and don't just do it for women, do it for yourself. And when people can see you on a self-improvement journey, they can feel the energy, they'll be vibing. You're going to attract a lot more better people in general. So you don't need to depend on these gurus. And remember, you know, it does not make any sense to make dating mathematical. It's just stupid. Like, and it's not even about a numbers game as well. It's about quality. So you want to go for a qualitative approach. And guess what? If you're out working, doing your thing, you know, meetings across the city, you could be up and down the country, you could be flying out, you'll run into someone and someone like your energy or you'll like someone's energy, and you just hit them up and you can just talk to them in real life and have a conversation. And that's how you'll get a meaningful connection. Not none of this rubbish about, you know, let's match 50 birds on Tinder, let's use the auto like tool or whatever it's called, and super like, and, you know, let's play this game, let's play that game, we'll have them on rotation. That's nonsense. I guarantee that's nonsense, because there's no way any businessman who's actually living the life that they say they're living and have that amount of time to pull out a spreadsheet and, you know, like spinning plates, isn't it? It's very hard managing one woman, let alone two. I can tell you that for a fact. So again, what I'm trying to say to you is when you come to this channel, I keep it raw, I keep it real. I say it how I see it, and it is what it is. And I'm not asking for anything from you guys, from me sharing my insights. I'm still new to the space, and look, I've got more time to invest in terms of giving you like quality gems and information, but obviously this won't be the case. And what I don't want is people to, you know, part their hard-earned cash on complete rubbish, like, you know, this guy, let's give him a shout out, John Anthony Lifestyle. And it just tells me that there's such a market for people who are depending on science, putting the science back in seduction. So it shows that there is a desperate amount of people there. I mean, 250,000 subscribers, and people want to know. And look, sometimes we're looking for answers that we already know the answer to. I'll recap and I'll summarize. Number one, get away from all this BS. So get away from these dating apps, get away from these dating gurus, get away from YouTube and TikTok. Number two, look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, am I the best version of who I want to be, or, you know, what I aspire to be? And the answer is probably going to be no. So, because every day should be a development, a CPD, continued professional development day, all day, every day. And with that being said, you need to make yourself improve every day. So you need to be stronger, you need to eat well, you need to do better in business, you need to network more, you need to grow, etc. So believe me, once you do that, you'll find yourself in a scene, in a situation where, you know, women are attracted to status, right? And if they can see someone who's important, they've got respect, and they're doing the thing, people are gravitating towards them, you'll then get a higher quality and higher caliber of women in your circle, as opposed to, you know, if you're going to spend all day on Tinder. Let's be honest, at this stage, Tinder's what? About 10 years old. So what you're going to find left is breadcrumbs and whatever's left over. And believe me, there's no quality there. So think of it from a different perspective. Chase the money, chase your goals, and you will be chased by women. And again, stay away from online where you can, because it's nothing but a waste of time. Don't sign up to these courses that tell you what to do and how to use a spreadsheet. And if she responds with A, respond with C and stuff like that. That's not the way to go. You're not learning anything. Let's just say hypothetically, you manage to meet someone in real life by following these processes, protocols, this system. And then what? You'll get there. What are you going to do? You're going to talk to the woman. She'll say something to you. Get your phone out. Oh, dating guru, what do I say? Do you have a Bluetooth in here? No, you don't. So you'll get found out. So again, focus on yourself. Get yourself in a situation where you can actually walk around with pride, but focus on your business and your personal development. Everything else will come later. Don't waste time chasing women when you're behind in business and you're behind on your goals, because it's a never-ending pit, isn't it? Anyway, just a bit more of a fun video today, just to get an idea of who's on the scene and what's happening. I'm just here for the truth, so we'll put more of these out, and we'll see what's what. We'll expose. We'll go on a bit of an exposal rampage, and we'll see what's happening in that regard. But look, if you got value from this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're serious about, you know, maintaining your body, check out the total package training program. Obviously, the merch is out there. We've got the Black Friday campaign coming up soon. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.